Right. No, it's fine. Then that's fine. Please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. So today too, before we start, let me wish everyone a very happy spiritual evening. So we are gradually moving forward, and today is the 31st of March, and after this, after today, month of March is also over. You only have 1 month to practice Anapanasati meditation, the breathing meditation. The old students, they are practicing the 3rd step. So I kindly request them to do the same. So the beginners, they will keep on observing the Bhaya breath. That means the first step of breathing meditation. So you will observe the incoming breath and outgoing breath. So when the breath is coming in, you will be fully aware until it reaches the end of your nostrils. And then when it touches, after that, let it go inside. Keep on observing until it comes back. Again, it will touch the very same area and will go out. So when it is coming in, be aware that it is coming in. When it is going out, be aware that it is going out. If it is long, if it is short, if it is gross, if it is soft, let it be so. Don't control it. Keep on observing, being aware. Right now, the breath is coming in. Right now, the breath is going out. So that, like, by that way, keep on developing your inner peace and inner happiness. Then at the same time, so the old students, so they are asked to observe the pay your attention to the area below the small triangular area below the nostrils and above the upper. That means this small triangular area. So when the breath comes and touches, please be aware. After that, don't observe. So, right, please be aware. And then So when the breath goes out, it will touch the very same place. So keep on being aware. And at the same time, meanwhile, when the breath is not there, touch of the breath is not there, so I requested you to observe the sensations that arise within that small triangle area. Let it be coldness, let it be heat, let it be any sensation, hardness, softness, or whatever sensations that you can that you can sense. So please keep on being aware. That's what you have to do. So that's for the all students who are practicing very ardently. So dear students, meanwhile, every day I teach you certain qualities that you need to develop within to have a good success in your meditation practice. Today I'm going to teach you one more thing. This is called as mudita. Mudita means sympathetic joy. Sympathetic joy means the practice of being happy in other people's success. This is something easy to say, but it's something hard to practice, because human beings, they are tempted. So they are used to be jealous of other people. So whenever the others surpass you, you feel jealous because you always compare people. So you compare and develop three kinds of vanities within. Number one, so you compare and think. So you compare one person and you realize that that particular person is higher to you than higher to you in abilities. When it comes to wealth, when it comes to luck, or so when it comes to fame, then what happens is you feel jealous, and then you develop hinaman. That means you think, oh, that person is high and I am low. So you develop hinaman. Hinaman means the conclusion that you develop about yourself as a lower person. And then number two, second kind of mana is samaman. Sometimes you compare yourself with the others, and you realize that the person that you compared with you has equal wealth, equal amount of wealth, equal amount of properties, equal amount of friends, equal amount of fame, and all that. So at that time, what you develop is samaman. Oh, this person is a similar person like me. So you develop samaman. And then number three, so then you don't stay there. You try to overpower that person. That means you want to surpass that person. And then that's where mostly competition begins at workplaces. So then third one, atiman. Again you compare. Again you compare yourself with the other people, with another person. And you find out that this particular person has higher abilities than you find yourself, you as a person who has higher abilities than the other person, who has higher wealth, higher property, and then higher fame than the other person. Then you develop atiman. You think you're a higher person than the other particular being. So according to our karmas, according to the education that we got, according to the people that we met in our lives, we might become, we might slightly become higher or lower to the other people. But when it comes to the nature of humanness, we are not different. We are the same. So if the old students remember, I taught you the Vipassana meditation, and at that time, I told you that even the atoms that we have within our body, they are not equal to each other. And their behavior, the behavior pattern of all the atoms that we have within, they are different, which form this being. So the atoms, they form this being. And those atoms too, from atom to atom, they are different. So why should we compare and become jealous? Instead, you should think. So you should think, we are not higher, we are not lower. When it comes to this humanness, so the nature of being, beingness, so we are all the same. We are human beings, there are animals, and there are other kinds of divine beings and various kinds of. When it comes to the nature of being, we are all the same. We get angry, we need food, we need sleep, and like that, we need most of the things, that the basic needs that we all do need, they are the same. And at the same time, we have to understand, so we might see the success of people, but we don't know the background story. That person might have tried and might have fought a lot to reach this stage. So you don't know about that. So just guess and be happy about that particular person's success. Don't let your jealousy to come out. Instead, develop sympathetic joy. Whenever the other people are happy, try to develop sympathetic joy. Think, oh, that person feels happiness. That's a wonderful thing. There are millions of beings who are unhappy, who live unhappy. So among them, it is a great thing to see a person with happiness. So may that person be able to maintain and grow that happiness with him. So when you think like that, so you develop sympathetic joy with it, right? So please practice sympathetic joy too. It helps to develop a stable mind. And it helps you to come out of this vanity that you have towards yourself and that you have towards the other people, and you will be able to keep your mind stable, and at the same time those emotions will help you a lot to live positively, right? So please practice sympathetic joy too, right? Now we are, with that advice, we are going to start. So if you are practicing first step of breathing meditation, if you are a beginner, please do so. If you are not a beginner, then if you are an old student, please practice the third step of breathing meditation, right? So now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm and close your eyes. Please let your whole body to relax. Meanwhile, I'm going to pay our respect and gratitude to the Buddha, and then we are going to start the silent meditation time. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho. Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokamido. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati. Sattva deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko. Ehi passiko opanayiko paccatang veditammo viññohiti. Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyāyapanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Samiki padipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yadidang chattari purisa yogani ate purisa pungala. Esa bhagavato savaka sangho. Ahuniyo pahuniyo. Dakiniyo anjali karaniyo. Anuttarang punyakitang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, very attentive mind. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Whatever the meditation practice, step of breathing meditation that you are practicing, may your meditation practice become very successful. Please give your everything and pay your entire attention to your breath and keep on developing inside the real peace and real happiness. Just like a plant grows, keep on working and let the real peace and real happiness to develop. Keep on observing the breath and the touch of the breath. May your meditation become very successful. Everyone, please start your meditation right now. Now, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. First, please start with yourself and then spread loving kindness towards your teachers, parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Then after that, let's think about the neutral people. After that, we will share our loving kindness with the enemies. And finally, let's think about all the beings. First, please spread your loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Me, my dear mother, me, my dear father, my teachers, my relatives, and friends. Be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the people who are in the middle, the neutral people, those who are not our relatives or friends, at the same time, those who are not our enemies, the people in the middle. May the neutral people also be well. May the neutral people also be happy. May the neutral people also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards people who are not your friends and enemies, the neutral people. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies. We have to understand we all have negativities. Because of past things, sometimes we may develop grudges, but no use of holding to them. If you keep on holding to grudges, then you'll be just like a person who has a burning charcoal on one's own hand, and a person who is waiting with that burning charcoal to throw it at one's own enemy. So just let the grudge go. Let the grudges go and be free. Free from all kinds of hatred. And now, please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards your enemies. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings. All the beings means not only human beings, all the divine beings and animals and various other kinds of beings. We think of all of them. And let's share our loving kindness with all those beings. Remind yourself that there is no being in this world who don't want to live happily. All beings want to live happily. So let's spread loving kindness towards all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now everyone, very calmly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Let your whole body to relax. Now please you join your palms together and please say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, okay, can you turn on all the lights? So gradually you are developing in the practice. As I mentioned before too, so don't compare with the other people's success. Work yourself. If you want to compete with yourself. Right? compete with yourself. So if you could concentrate, let's say, for about 3 seconds, try to multiply and try to keep that attention next time for 6 seconds. So if you could concentrate on your breath for 3 seconds at some point of time. So I'm talking about not this kind of concentration. So certain people, they keep on thinking and at the same time they pay attention. That is not actual concentration. You have to understand. So you can think about various things, but at the same time you pay attention to the breath. Then you think you are concentrating. That's not concentration at all. So if you think that's concentration, then you are deceiving yourself. So your whole attention, without leaving anything behind, your whole attention should go and get together with the breath. That is the point, that is the time that you actually achieve concentration. Because sometimes some students you might have seen say, they say that they could concentrate throughout the 30 minutes, throughout the 30 minutes of silent meditation. But the truth is that they might have been observing the breath, and at the same time they might have been thinking about various things. No. So when it comes to the real concentration, so your whole attention should be with the breath. That's it. So if it comes, so for the old students, their whole attention should be here throughout the time. So then that's the original concentration. So it's hard to obtain. You have to fight back. So the 5 enemies, they keep on fighting. What are the 5 enemies that fight with you? So greed. So greed fights with you. So then after that, anger, it fights with you. Laziness, it fights with you. And then wandering nature, it fights with you. And doubts fight with you. Then what happens? You fall down. Therefore, it is very important to be friendly with the four friends of meditation. So I told you the first 2 friends of meditation. Who is the first friend of meditation and life? Yes, willingness is the first one. In this whole universe, you won't do anything if you don't have willingness. So willingness is very important. Then I taught you about the second friend of meditation. What is that? Courage. Yes, that's courage. So what is the first friend and second friend, Ms. Diane? Right.
Willingness and courage.
Turned off.
Willingness and courage.
Right. So then the first friend and the second friend are willingness, and then after that, courage. Then there is another friend that you need to be friendly with. So this is called, in Pali, this friend is called as Chitta. So Chitta means the mind, strong mind. In another word, strong determination. So this is another friend that you need to be friendly with. So strong mind is very important. So when you come into a practice, So if you don't have strong mind, you won't move forward. In life, sometimes you fall down. Abraham Lincoln, when he was 9 years old, his mother passed away. It is called as a milk sickness. So because of that sickness, the mother passed away. And then so he studied, and he had a lot of brothers and sisters. Then he had to work as a clerk at a general store. And then after that, he got nominations for various elections, but so many times he faced the defeat. But finally, he worked hard. So he worked hard, even though he was unlucky so many times in his life. He worked hard and finally became the president of the United States. Albert Einstein, so he's considered as the greatest biologist, right? So greatest scientist ever to live up to now. So at the beginning, he was not good at his studies. So he couldn't remember many things. So even his father thought that he'll be a failure throughout his life. But gradually he worked hard. He developed this strong mind. He worked hard, and finally he became the greatest scientist up to now. Right? Then, if you know Alibaba, so Alibaba is a businessman from China, and so he didn't want to start a business at the beginning. So he wanted to work for a big company, and then he tried 6 times to enter Harvard University. All the 6 times he failed, and finally, somehow he started this Alibaba Express, and then gradually he succeeded, and he worked hard and he succeeded, and now he's one of the richest people in the world. So all these things, behind all the success people's success, so there is this strong mind. So inside you too, you should have this strong mind. If you don't, you are not going to become successful. And at the same time, you have to understand one thing. So even though you develop this strong mind, so you should understand that it has a pace. It has a pace to go. It has a speed to go. Each and everybody cannot go with the same speed. If you have only legs, no vehicle, your speed is different. If you try to compete with the jet, you'll die. You can't compete with the jet. And the car, it also cannot compete with the jet. The train, it also cannot compete with the jet. All of them, to reach their own destinations. So let's say all of them go to Los Angeles. So they have their own speeds. Even though you have the strong mind, you should maintain the strong mind, but you should not develop a strong greed to reach it, right? You should work hard accordingly, gradually, according to your own pace. So that is very important to understand. Let me teach you a story from the Buddhist time. So Bhante Sone was a very courageous Bhante. So Bhante Sone, So he wanted to achieve enlightenment very fast. After learning from the Buddha, he went to a forest monastery. Buddha taught him walking meditation, and so walking meditation to concentrate the mind, not breathing meditation, and then after that vipassana meditation that we will practice on starting from May. So those are the two techniques that were taught for him. And then after the teachings, he went to that forest monastery and he started working hard. So he walked and walked and walked without stopping. If I according to the Tripitaka, it says that when he was walking hard, so because of his long walks, what happened was his legs got injured, and then from those injuries, those injuries started bleeding heavily. But this monk kept on walking. The other monks noticed the blood on his walking ground and walking passage. So they went to the Buddha and first they instructed Bhantasona, since he didn't accept. Then they went to the Buddha and complained. Then Buddha came to Bhantasona and taught. Buddha knew Bhantasona was a what do we call it? The Indian sitar player. It's just like guitar. If you don't know what is sitar, so he was a sitar player. Then Buddha asked Bhante Sona, you were a sitar player at that before you became a monk. At that time, so I would like to ask, if you tighten the strings very tight, can you gain a very good sound? Then Bhante Puna said, no, sir. No, if you tighten the strings very, very hard, very tightly, then they can't produce a good sound. The sound that we expect to produce. Then Buddha asked Bhante Sona, then if you loosen the strings to the stage that that doesn't reach the exact level, if you loosen it too much, loosen the strings too much, then can you produce the same sound that you expect to produce? Then again Bhante Sona said, no, sir, again you won't get a good sound. Then Buddha asked, if you tighten the strings to the exact level, not too much, not too hard, not too too loose, to the level, to the required level, then can it produce a good sound? Then Bhante Sona said, yes, you can. Then Buddha told, our strong mind, our effort should be the same. We have to understand our speed. So we don't have a speed like the Buddha. We don't have the speed like the enlightened beings. So we have our own speed. We have to understand that, and we have to practice accordingly. You can't when you plant a plant, you can't get fruits right away tomorrow. That's not practical. You have to add manure, you have to add water, and you have to let it grow. Your job should be done. You have to practice daily. In the morning, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. In the evening, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Wake up. And gradually, the tree of happiness will grow. Tree of peace will grow. Just keep on working hard. So, um, so try try not to avoid the times that you sit. Make a strong mind. Make a strong mind. Develop a great determination every day. Whatever it happens, I will spare 20 minutes from 10 minutes from the morning, at least 10 minutes in the evening from the evening time to practice meditation. All the other things that you do, mostly you do those things for the other people. This is something that you really do for yourself. So allocate time, develop a strong mind, right? So so now you understand we need to develop a strong mind. So not only for meditation, when you do the other things in your life, you need to have that. That's how you reach the level that you to the stage that you right now are. Most of you are working for various big tech companies. So most of meditators are, I know for sure, they are software engineers. So all of you wouldn't reach here, reach up to this stage because you developed a strong mind. Same thing with the meditation. If you don't make a plan, if you don't work hard, you are not gaining the results that you expect. So develop it with it, and don't let it shake. Keep on working according to your own speed. It doesn't matter whether you breathe. So if you want to go to San Jose downtown, so if you go on the right track, so if your goal is to reach San Jose downtown, then it doesn't matter whether you reach late or early. If you reach before the exact time, that's it, right? The exact time that you want to reach there, that's enough. So just like that, so work hard according to your own pace, your own speed, with determination, with strong mind. Don't let it shake. Nourish it all by yourself, showing it the good side of meditation. Or if it is a general your life thing, material ambition, if you want to develop a strong mind on some kind of material ambition which is related to your own life, then nourish it with the thoughts which can support it, which can make yourself realize that it is worth enough to develop a strong mind. So you have to give food to your own mind and heart, and then your mind will become stronger and stronger and stronger, and you will develop in the practice. And not only that, in your day-to-day life too, right? So please develop the strong mind, and strong mind will be the third friend of your meditation. So willingness, then after that courage, 4 kinds of courage, and now the strong mind. Whatever it happens, I'm going to hang on, I'm going to practice, right? So then please develop that. And with that advice, I'm going to finish today's session. So everyone, please think. Today too, all of us practice this noble non-sectarian technique of meditation. And all of us accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of that positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. And practicing this noble non-sectarian practice, may all of us come out of all the negativities. And developing all the positivities, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please keep your so join your palms and please concentrate to get blessings. Abhivadana Senise Nichang Vada Pachainu Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvangno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sangpatti Sagga Sangpatti Me Vache Ato Nibbana Sangpatti Iminati Samijjato. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Good night, everyone. See you in the next week. Sukhi. Right. Good night, Mrs. Dan.
Good night, Bhante.
Good night.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
May you
Everyone's
be happy.
unmuted now to say good night.
Oh, right. Good night, Miss Grace.
Good night, Bhante. I see you
Right.
later.
Yes. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you for tonight.
May you be happy. Good night, Rahul and Pragati.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much.
May you be happy. Good night, Miss Meena.
Night, Bhante. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Bipul.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Okay. It's okay.